What's going on, y'all? I'm Brandon Atlanta Man Bang, coming to you live right here, Coach's Corner, the center of the universe, Thunderbolt, Georgia. Another episode of Rubbin' and Grubbin'. Rubbin' is racing, grubbin' is tasting. Man, I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. I know I am. I tell you what, I am so looking forward to this weekend. Headed back to the home track, Atlanta Motor Speedway, where it's all going down. Looking forward to getting up with my friends, my family, the Turn 2 crew. It's going to be a great time, man. Hey, I hope everybody is going to be tuning in Sunday, looking for that checkered flag cape. We're going to be flying high, baby. Look for it. Turn 2, man. So, got to give a big shout out, as always, John and Adele Henderson, owners, operators here at Coach's Corner. You know, two of the best people that this world's ever produced. All of this is possible because of them. I tell you what, without them, I wouldn't be up here. Without them, a lot of things wouldn't be going down. So, always got to give them a big shout out. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you're following their social media as well, keeping you up to date on all the events they have here going on at Coaches, all the concerts coming up here in the Sound Garden. Man, I tell you what, it's always something happening, and it's happening right here at Coach's Corner, Thunderbolt, Georgia, baby. So getting ready to get started, man, with the word of the day. The way we like to do this is Lawrence is going to throw a word up there. I have no idea what it is, but every time I say it, you'll take a sip of your favorite adult beverage. I like to say it's age appropriate as well. If you're under 21, man, hey, you know, it's Wednesday. Well, they had Monday off, right? Then wasn't Monday President's Day? Man, you got a 4-day week. Come on, man. You already got this beat. Go ahead, stay up late, get some Red Bull, some sweet tea, Kool-Aid, get cranked up with us, man. So this week's word is gonna be, I have no idea, but make sure you say it. Last week was 500, which talking about Daytona, if you played along, you probably had a pretty good little buzz going on right then and there, man. Getting into that NASCAR news, man, it is official, baby. That 24 car goes back to back there at Daytona to capture another 500, man. I tell you what, that's a really big deal, man. I absolutely love it. Anybody that knows me knows you see the car, man. 24, Gordon was my man forever. Grew up a Gordon fan. Love the 24. Elliott went there. He swapped numbers on me, which I should have known he was going to do. I can't swap now, you know, at the end of the day. But I love the 24 car too. History, man. I tell you what, whoever gets behind the wheel of that bad boy does a lot of things, wins and does a lot of different things, man. So good to see William Byron doing it. That 2014, they got a strong bond there. Um, I'm interested to see what they can go out and do this year, man. Let's see how many wins William can go out and get. We know, I tell you what, this young kid is kind of the new breed of driver, if you will. You know, simulation racing and logging laps, and you're really seeing what that can do for you right there through William Byron. So awesome run there, man. Xfinity Series, man. Jesse Love, baby. I tell you what, I like Jesse Love, man. He's a really good little young race car driver down there at RCR in the Xfinity Series, man. You know, it's every so often you see guys, you're like, oh, this guy's really good, you know, and you see some talent there. And I tell you what, for this kid to be as young as he is and have the runs that he's been having, not only last year, but starting the season out this year, with that win there, it's going to be awesome, man. Got it done in overtime, too, by the way. Helped us out too, man. I always appreciate that. So big shout out to Jesse Love on that, man. You know, yeah, good run there for him, man. I tell you what, I don't know how long it'll be before you see him move up to RCR, maybe even Austin Hill. I don't know. I don't really like Austin Hill's personality. I know he's a Georgia boy and all this and that, but I don't know, man. I don't really like his personality. I think Jesse Love, obviously, with the talent, you get it there, you can do some things. But we'll see what they do over there at RCR and what kind of moves they make here in the near future for sure. So a few little reports here coming out of Daytona, teams being penalized as always. You know, I wouldn't expect any less coming out of Daytona, man. You know, a few little different things. Some guys getting ejected pre-race, race, this, that, failing pre-race inspection. But the most interesting, man, you guys need to go read about putting the ballast in the damn hydration system, boy. I don't know who in the hell's idea it was to put the damn ballast in the hydration system. But man, I tell you what, you guys are cutthroat. I hope he wasn't thirsty. I hope they hydrated well, man. And at the end of the day, that's an awesome deal. But boy, oh boy, that's you know, pushing it there, man. I like it though. I like it. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, man. That's what I like. I like it. Last little bit of news, man. NASCAR updated its DVP policy. It kind of came out. Saw some other update. I think this is like the fifth one since last year. I don't know. Anyways, if you want to go check it out and read it, to me, it really doesn't matter. I don't know. Whatever. They're going to do whatever they want to do. Either way, whatever they deem a disabled vehicle is what they'll deem disabled vehicle, and we'll keep it moving from there. But it's out. So if you guys want to read it, go check it out, man. So, getting into my favorite part of the show, the checkered flag for charity. I tell you what, man, this is awesome. If you guys are new to tuning in, the way that we do this, basically, whatever car number wins that week, we donate into the checkered flag for charity. Bam, 24 bucks of William Byron goes in. There it is, into the pot, man. Brings us up to 44 bucks on the year. Hey, like I said, a lot of things we're doing up here at Coach's Corner this year, but right now we're really trying to help my buddy Todd out there raising some money for his dad, Rudy Barton, out there. So anybody that knows Rudy, they got a GoFundMe set up. Go hit that page up. If you come up to Coaches, man, want to donate into that checkered flag for charity, make sure you find your server, John and Adele. Anybody that's here, tell them, hey, I want to throw some donation into the checkered flag for charity. They'll make sure it goes to the right people. As I always say, 10s, 20s, 150s, doesn't matter what you got, man. It's all a feel good. Throw it in, it all adds up. And the best thing is it stays local right here, man. And Rudy needs our help. I love him to death, like family to me, really active older gentleman. And at the end of the day, needs some help from a community, man. So that's what it's all about here. We're gonna raise some money and see what we can't do. Stay tuned with us. Subscribe if you haven't, because we got some really cool events and giveaways coming up, not only on the show, but here at Coach's Corner as well. So follow us on Rubbin' and Grubbin', all that social, but also make sure you're reaching out and following Coach's Corner. Going to have some awesome stuff going down this year in 2025, man. So, getting ready to get into the who's hot and who's not, but before we do, we're going to pause for station identification. It's been a good Wednesday, y'all. I got some stuff done today. My life has been a little bit wild in the last 72 hours. But at the end of the day, cheers. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. That's what it's all about. Looking forward to Atlanta, baby. We're going to be flying high, having a good time. Cheers, y'all. Oh, all right, man. So, getting ready to get into that who's hot and who's not. But before we do, big shout out to the main man, the sponsor, Arbor Man Tree Service, Parker Eccles, owner operator over there. Having some little technical difficulties tonight. Yeah, I got the hat on today. You'll see, that number scrolling. Usually tonight we're having a few little technical difficulties. Lawrence had a little mishap with the laptop next week. Hadn't quite got everything pegged out yet. But anyways, man. Like I said, locally owned, locally operated, doesn't matter what it is, from stump grinding, full tree removal, getting some limbs cut back. If you need an estimate, whatever it is when it comes to tree service and your needs, make sure you give Parker Echo a call over there, Arbor Man Tree Service. Again, love him to death. Love you, brother. Can't wait to see you Friday. I'll be there with bells on, man, as always. So, who's hot, man? Well, we're gonna start it out. One race and well, two races into the season, 1 point paying race. William Byron got to be the hottest, man. Look, everybody, lucked into it, right place, right time. But at the end of the day, we all know super speedway racing nowadays, especially, that's the way it goes. And hey, back to back doesn't sound too bad for the 24 team starting the year out in 2025. I was doing the math. I think this is the 30th year anniversary for Jeff Gordon's 1995 first championship win there at Atlanta. Be kind of neat if they did something for that. I don't know if they will, but hey, it might be the 24 and 25. Maybe I was wrong on the 24 and 24. Maybe it's the 24 and 25, man. But we'll see. But I tell you what, I love to see a young kid, and especially in that iconic 24 car, doing good. So big shout out to him, staying number one on that hot list right now. Two, man, I tell you what, I'm gonna throw a dollar in here. I'm gonna put Joey Logano second on that list. Defending NASCAR champion, which it might be the weakest NASCAR championship you ever had in your life. 17.2 ain't gonna cut it in 2025. But at the end of the day, if nothing tells you that the system is flawed other than that, that does. But at the end of the day, look, super fast at Daytona. I mean, that dude had the car to beat, let's be honest. I mean, banged up, wrecked it out, did whatever he did, skipped the gear, whatever might happen, coming back until he ran out of talent right there, man. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But I'll take him second. Coming into Atlanta, probably going to have a good run again, or at least contend for a win. So looks like those four dark horses are still strong over there in the Penske camp for sure. All right, man. Last but not least, look, I got a Chevy, I got a Ford, and I got a Toyota. I'm gonna go ahead and throw Denny Hamlin in there, man. And look, I don't dislike Denny Hamlin. I don't like Denny Hamlin. I don't dislike Denny Hamlin either. But at the end of the day, that generation between him and Kyle Busch, I mean, when you really look at it, he doesn't have the championships and a lot of the wins in the lower series and this and that, but that Cup Series career is really not that far off. I mean, Denny's went out and won a lot of races, always in contention for that championship, and I expect nothing less this year. Always going to be in contention, just never win it. So, but I'll take Denny third. He's hot right now. coming out of Daytona, one of those better tracks. Atlanta, I don't think Denny's really had a really good run since they kind of redid Atlanta. So maybe this is the year that he kind of figures it out. I don't know. It's got to be a different beast, but we'll see what happens, man. So getting into that who's not, Joey Logano, baby. It's very rare that you make the knot and the hot, but he made the knot too. Super, super duper bonehead move trying to squeeze that thing in there on the Stenhouse. Now the Stenhouse block a little bit late. I'll say a little bit late, not that late. All right, but a little bit. And Joey just you burped it. We saw the flames come out, man. You burped it, and then you tried to put it right back in somewhere you knew it wasn't gonna fit. And toss all kinds of people a good day. Kyle Busch said it fits. I agree with Kyle Busch for once, and I'm gonna throw $1 in there because that should be illegal. But I do agree with him on that, man. Come on, Joey. Damn, man. But I tell you what, man, it's always a good thing to see what it's gonna be. Onto the next one in the night. I don't really know. I mean, I think that NASCAR's disqualification on Parker Kligerman sucks. All right, I really do hate that. I mean, they're going to fight it. We'll see what comes out of it. The right height or the legal. Same thing happened to William Byron, or I mean, excuse me, Alex Bowman. Being light or whatever it was, and right height in the rear. I mean, Truck Series, especially after those races, as much contact as they made, there should be a little bit of leeway. I don't really know. You know what I mean? They'll know. They'll figure it out. And I think that NASCAR is good enough to know that if they made a mistake, they'll award the win. I don't think you'll ever see Corey Himes' win taken away. I don't know what you'll see there, but anyways, that's kind of cold right now. We'll see what they do for sure. Yeah, yeah, money, but we'll see what they do. So something else that's cold to me is outside stakes buying into the sport of NASCAR, which I'll talk about this a little bit more in a deeper segment of the show. But yeah, it's kind of got me thinking about a lot of things. So getting ready to get into that Daytona recap, y'all. I tell you what, man, a great run there at the Great American Race. I mean, it really was a pretty good race. Not too bad. At least they ran three wide a majority of the time. Had some lead swaps and some good runs and some pushes and train setup. But fuel mileage on a super speedway, I think something we got to get rid of. I don't know how we get rid of that. I don't know if we shrink stages to where you never have to worry about it, or if we do something different. I don't know. I don't know what we do, but saving fuel on super mile speedway is just kind of showing the audience like we're just here to ride around in circles and then we're going to go eventually, right? I mean, I don't know, man. It's just not a good look to me. Again, I know it's also part of the game, it's part of the sport. It kind of goes side and side, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if they can make that change. But at the end of the day, to me, wasn't a bad 500. I mean, I like to see it come down at least to the end before a lot of cars started getting taken out. And there again, it's just kind of turned into survival of the fittest and who's there at the end and who makes it through. I mean, we see it year after year. I don't think there's anything you can do to get away from it. I think that that's just what we have as a sport right now and what we have in this car. And I think that's what we've had for a very long time. Might have been able to make runs and make moves a little bit better, slingshot, which you can't really do now. But at the end of the day, this is the box we're in, and we got to figure it out. But at the end of the day, pretty good one there. As I said earlier, man, William Byron came home victorious there. Back-to-back Daytona 500 wins for that 24 team. Man, he's getting paid, boy. I tell you what, that's a young dude getting paid, making the rounds, New York City bound. I know that. He was in New York yesterday or day before or whenever, man, on everything. So big shout out to William again. I tell you what, man, so many really fast race cars in that. It wasn't like you had a guy. I mean, I think outside maybe like Joey Logano, really Joey Logano to me. I mean, that he was able to do most of it. There was a lot of cars out there that looked like they could make some moves and were very equal and very fast. Maybe none as quite as good as Logano, but it was a well-rounded field. I felt like it looked like anybody could go and get this one if they make the right move. Um, and it was pretty neat. So I hate that a lot of them got tore up, but but that's nature of the beast too. Like I said, man, looked like we were going good. Like I mentioned earlier, Joey made that move and kind of caused a caution, took some cars out. And then we go into this next restart, and you got Denny and everybody there, and I was sitting there. I had Denny Hamlin in my game of skill up here at coaches this week, y'all, and I was pulling, and I'm going, oh, all right, yeah, man, he's got a chance, and he did until he didn't, but that's just part of Daytona. He looked really fast as well. But what good runs, man, there for some of those smaller teams. John Hunter Nemechek and what about Corey LaJoy, baby? What about stacking some pennies, running up front, leading the 500, baby? Yeah, on the sign too. Signed it a couple years ago. Well, Corey LaJoy, man, out there leading the Daytona 500 on a one-off ride, putting that ride together and going out there and showing what he can do. And I really hate it for him, man. I mean, he put himself there and was controlling the field and leading the field, and just wasn't in the cards. But man, I tell you what, he put a tweet out or something, said that was the biggest smile he's had in a very long time. And I tell you what, that's awesome to hear. So hopefully we see more of Corey. Hopefully this week at Atlanta. Maybe hell, who knows? I don't know, but hopefully, man. But awesome. I mean, and what about 7 time? What about Jimmy Johnson? We had Jimmy Johnson on the bingo card for a top 3 finish. I guarantee you, ain't a damn person out there had Jimmy Johnson on the bingo card for a top 3 finish, man. I know I didn't. I didn't even take him. All right, I know I didn't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. 10 years ago, sure. Yeah. All right. Now. But like I said, all in all, another really good race, man. William Byron adding that name onto that trophy, and I tell you, it's something to be seen. Of just, I think now in NASCAR we have a lot of young talent, and everybody, the cars are so equal, and the talent is so equal that I mean, it's just a one misstep or one little mishit for the weekend, and it costs you a win. So can't wait to see what the year's got for sure, man. So getting ready to get into that hot Atlanta preview. Before we do, we're going to pause for station identification one more time. Coach's Corner Sports Network right here, Thunderbolt, Georgia, baby. Whew, all right, man. Here we go, baby. Atlanta, man, going to the home track. I cannot wait. Going to be flying so high up there, having a great time, man. A lot of friends, a lot of family. This place holds a lot of memories and a lot of special memories for me, for sure, man. Just from people that are not here anymore, all the way to just childhood memories of going as a kid, all the way to now. I'm, a grown man, but I love it. It's home away from home. I've got so many good memories there and so many good stories there, and have met so many good people and made so many new family members there, if you really want the truth. So it's just awesome, man. I love it. I can't wait to get back there. We're going to be throwing it down over there, the turn 2 crew, right over there, dead center of turn 2, as always, having a good time. I look forward to it. It is my home away from home. I get to do it twice a year now. I was only doing it once. Now we're back to twice a year. I got Lawrence locked in. I think that might be a summertime thing that we try to do. But I tell you, I love it. I love seeing everybody there. Tyler over there at AMS. I tell you what, it's a really cool guy. We're getting ready to go see Will Hare, baby. He's going to be up there racing Friday night. Make sure if you're in the infield or you guys are watching the show and you're up at that Atlanta race, go check out that legend race, man. You'll see a younger driver out there from Savannah, man, Will Hare. So make sure you come checking out. Atlanta Man and Lawrence will be there in the crowd rooting them on with some other folks. So we're going to bring the thunder to them. But yeah, going to be a good time, man. So hope you guys are tuning in. And better yet, make sure you come up to Coach's Sunday. Damn, I got the burps, y'all. Sorry. 3 o'clock, right here, Soundgarden, man. Savannah's #1 home for NASCAR, Coach's Corner, Thunderbolt, Georgia, baby. You got to come check it out, man. So, getting ready to get into this preview, man. And before we do, we're going to hit it up with that Liberty Forge keys to victory, man. Liberty Forge wheels. I tell you what, if you guys hadn't checked them out, I'm going to bring the wheel up next week. I'm going to bring it on at least once a month. But anyway, it's big. It's a big wheel, man. But awesome. I'll have the hat on next week. I'll rock it out too. Awesome company, man. Really cool. Based out of Oklahoma. 100% USA, man. These guys are custom wheels to the fullest, man. They are awesome. They are all made to order. These are not like pre-made wheels and they're sitting on the shelf in the warehouse going, yeah, all you got to do is check it out. They cut these wheels as they come into order, man. Super high quality wheels, floating center caps. I think it's one of only 2 US based company, or maybe only 2 in the world, that had the center floating caps that are all universal. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do with it, man. Put your logo on there, business on there. So many different options, color schemes. I mean, if you haven't yet, make sure you go check it out. Liberty Forge wheels. Liberty Forge. It's awesome stuff, man. They're awesome folks. So make sure you check them out. Thank you guys for the sponsorship as always. Hopefully we can do some more stuff here coming up in the near future too. I need Brian. Brian's got a clock, a wheel clock, which we're gonna do something cool with our wheel too. But I don't know about a clock. We gotta do something. We gotta do something. Maybe that's how we'll give away some little. I'll make it into a spinny wheel or something. We'll give some shit away on the show or something. I don't know. We'll do something. We'll figure something out, man. You can throw this in there. Yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, it's $2,000 wheel, for a wheel of fortune, Yeah, man, make Pat proud. Pat Sajak be proud of it. Anyways, man, hey, this is what the keys are to victory here in Atlanta, and I think there's something that we overlook here as well. But I'm telling you, track position is everything here, as it is at a lot of places. But track position is everything. Obviously, qualifying good, getting that good starting position, and keeping that track position is going to pay dividends. I think that one of the biggest things here that you really need is great communication between spotter and driver. As Daytona and as Talladega, but those tracks are a little bit bigger. Yeah, we might be running 3 wide and a little bit closer together at certain times and this and that. But at the end of the day, things in Atlanta happen a lot faster on that 1.5 miles than they do on a 2.5 or two and some change. So I think spotter is going to be key. I think making no mistakes, keeping your car clean, and staying out front, man. I mean, that is it. That's what you really need to do. I think that this year in Atlanta, it's going to be cooler temperatures, man. We're going to see some fast cars. The wind isn't even really supposed to be that bad from what I looked at earlier in the week. I hadn't really checked, but I think you're going to see some really fast speeds. But I think what you're going to see is a little bit more of a different style race. I still believe that in a couple years, Atlanta is going to be one of these tracks that is something different than anywhere else. It's going to be a different style of racing we hadn't seen. The super speedway, but I feel like we're going to be in like 6-car packs or 7-car packs and trying to chase each other down and do there. It's going to be something totally different. All right. And I think this year you're going to see even more than what we saw last year leading into that. It's going to be awesome, man. So make sure you guys are tuning in. Look out for Atlanta Man in turn 2. He's going to be over there. If you're in the infield, you know where I'm at, man. Q23. I'm not hard to find. Right there, dead center in turn 2. That's all it is, man. Come up, say what's up to Atlanta, man. And, drink cold beer. That's what it's all about. So getting ready to get into that top 5, but before we do, man, we gonna get into that money line presented by Redfin Polarized, the best polarized sunglasses on the planet, man. It don't matter if you got a wall hanger or money on the line. Make sure you see it clearly with the best polarized sunglasses on the planet, Redfin Polarized. Carl Zeiss lenses, baby. Italian frames. These things are legit. Lawrence just threw me his up here. I mean, come on, man. Look at these bad boys. So many different polarization, colorizations you need. Whatever it is your watercolor is, they got a lens that's going to fit your needs, man. A lot of different style frame colorization is too. Hadn't been on in a while, man, but they got some really cool swag. I got to get a new hat. That's what I need a new hat. You know what I mean? Mine I rocked out a couple times and got a little sweaty in there. Got a little ring in there. I got to get a new one. But hey, check their website out. They are awesome. I'm telling you, doesn't matter if you're inshore, on the lake, man, just trying to look good for the missus, whatever it is, man, make sure you check out Redfin Polarized. When you hit that website and you find something you like and you go into checkout, rubbing and grubbing, man, save you 15%, man, for sure. So getting into that top 5, the money line, baby. And I tell you what, Lawrence is going to be happy. I got some Fords up top, Lawrence. Yeah, I got Fords up top. I got 2 of them, and they both race for the same team. I'm going to take Ryan Blaney. I'm gonna take Ryan Blaney #1. Lawrence's favorite driver. I'm gonna take Ryan Blaney #1 just cause. I mean, he ran good at Daytona there, had a really good car. He's run good at Atlanta. He knows what he's doing, man. I'll take Ryan Blaney. #2, Joey Logano. Come on, you can't not take Joey Logano. Won there already. Does this thing anytime we do this kind of stuff, as long as he doesn't wreck himself or wreck everybody and get caught up in it. Sounds like he does pretty good, so I'll take him second. 3, I tell you, it gets harder and harder as we go down. But I'll take Elliott again. I'll take my boy Chase. I'll take him. One in Atlanta before, too. I feel like this year is going to be different for Chase, man. I feel like he's happy, he's smiling, he's wilding, he's profiling. Ric Flair, baby, woo. He's got it going on. I don't know what happened the last couple of years, but I feel like he's back. And we're going to do some things this year, man. 9 car is gonna do some things. So I'll take him third. 4, kind of a guy that I tell you what's had some really good runs at Atlanta is Christopher Bell. I tell you what, I still believe in Christopher Bell. I'll take him all day long at #4. #5 was really difficult. I could have thrown another Ford. I could have thrown a Toyota. I could have thrown another Chevrolet in there. But at the end of the day, I'll take William Byron. 2 weeks in a row, and Kyle Larson is not in that top 5, which is strange. But I can guarantee you next week he'll be he'll be in the top 5. But at the end of the day, man, I'll take William Byron. Dark horses getting in there. They're not going to be too dark this week. One will, one won't. Kyle Busch, man. I think Kyle Busch is going to have another good run there at Atlanta. I think he's kind of got it figured out. They showed last week they got speed. Last year you saw what he did. I think if he can keep it clean, not get caught up in any BS, he'll be there at the end for sure with a chance. And Noah Gragson, I'm going out, and I think the 4 car comes back super strong. Yeah, I think they come back and kind of relive a little history right here. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But that's what I'm going with right there. So getting ready to get into that hard right turn, but before we do, big shout out to Lamar's Body Shop over there, 2301 Skidaway Road. 25 plus years, 35 plus years, 25 plus years, a million years of taking care of Savannah's auto collision needs, man. Lamar and his team, nobody else rocks it out like they do. They are the best in the business. Again, hop, skip, and jump from coaches. I mean, it's right up off Skidaway. 2301 Skidaway Road. Drop the car, come here, eat lunch, go back. Amazing stuff. Doesn't matter what it is. Estimates. Need a new paint job. You need some parts replaced. Make sure you go see Lamar and his team up there at Lamar's Body Shop. Again, the best in the business. 2301 Skidaway Road, baby. Lamar, I love you, man. So getting into that hard right turn, man, and I tell you what, NASCAR and outside investment. Man, I tell you what, they've been talking highly about this, and Steve O'Donnell believes that outside investment would be a great thing for NASCAR. I really don't think that it would be. I mean, I do, but I don't. In a way, yeah, minority partial ownerships or this and that, okay, but then you're just adding more fuel to the fire and more hats, in the ring, right? Like you're giving more people with an opinion to want to do things or change the sport or this is what we should do or this is what we shouldn't do and this TV and this TV. And I mean, I think what we should do, if that's what we're trying to do, we should give the ownership that's in NASCAR the opportunity to buy into the actual sport and become partial owner with NASCAR of NASCAR, not just the teams, but of the actual NASCAR itself. Why would we bring outside investment when you have billionaires like Roger Penske and Rick Hendrick and Joe Gibbs and all these guys that are there that have money that would probably be willing in to buy some investment and own a outright part of the sport that are going to lead the sport in a good direction. I don't know. I get it. I mean, if it's the right person for the right reason, sure. But once we start playing politics inside the sport, to me, it's just going to even hurt something that's already we're just now starting to rebound from, and even gain some popularity back, and gain some viewership back, and gain some youth that's interested in the sport. So I think that if we do, I mean, it could help. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong, but at the end of the day, I think that we need to give inside people the opportunity to buy it first before anybody else gets it. So that'll do it for the rubbing. We are on to the grubbing, baby. And we went with something super simple tonight because I'm hungry. Lawrence is hungry. We're going to change this thing up before we go in there and do our NASCAR pool. But these things are super legit. If you have never had them, I tell you what, man, the loaded wham bam chicky nacho, man, we're going in. I got the grilled chicken on there, jalapenos, tomatoes, onions, sour cream, salsa, queso, baby. And I'm telling you right now, Coach has got some good queso. I dip fries in it, onion rings. This is where it's at. Can't wait to get off the show. We're going to tear up these nachos for sure. Hey, man, got some good stuff coming up. Let's see, we got beer and hymns tomorrow night, John said. So if you're looking to, come out and, like I said, drink a few cold beers and sing along some songs, come on out, man. It's where it's at right here, Coach's Corner, Soundgarden. Keep up with them. A lot of good stuff coming up in the Soundgarden. A lot of concerts, a lot of good events. Oh, Daryl's watching. Big shout out to my buddy Bubba out there. I figured I thought I seen old Bill Dance pop up on there. I thought he was on there, man. But yeah, can't wait to see you, brother. Love you. Thank you for the support as always. But hey, man, I tell you what, they got a lot of good concerts. Keep up to date with that. I know in March we're kicking it off with some stuff coming up. Man, I tell you what, it's going to be an awesome show. Make sure you stay tuned tonight, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Carl DeMasi, the best of, is coming on. Coach is a little bit under the weather, so Coach, hope you get to feeling better, man, and get back to doing live. But he's doing the best of tonight, which would be awesome. So if you haven't yet, go out and like, share, and follow and subscribe to Coach's Coach Demasi's page as well. Does a great job, man. I'm telling you, keeping everybody up to date on what's going on in the prep sports here and some major sports as well. So make sure you check that out. Man, as always, you guys, I'm getting out of here. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody stay safe. I love you guys. Oh, Kim's watching too. Kim, I love you. Can't wait to see you. I'm telling you, it's always a good time. Can't wait to see the family up there. We're going to have a blast, as always. Hey, man, I'm getting out of here, you guys. Hope you guys have a great Wednesday night. Be safe if you're traveling this weekend. I'll be in Atlanta super early Friday morning. Make sure you stop by, see Atlanta, man. Q23, come holler at me, take some pictures. We'll post it up on the social media, and we might even have some cool stuff to give away. Who knows? You just got to find out, man. Big shout out to Fast Car as well. We're going to be hitting you guys up. We'll be over Saturday morning, early-ish, depending on how Friday night goes. But be in contact with you guys. Love you guys as well. And hey, like I said, man, you guys be nice to everybody out there, man. It doesn't take much to make somebody's day with a nice comment or holding the door or doing this, man. We need to be kind to each other. We lose fact of we're all here. We're all here on the same earth. we don't have to not socialize and not interact and not be human. So be human, man. Love each other, kiss each other, hug each other. As always, stay safe. Till next Wednesday, I'm gonna have the Atlanta recap. Tune in right here, rubbing and grubbing. And hey, man, wash your hands, baby. Love y'all.